Welcome to Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections. I'm Emily Reeves.
And I'm Amy Hester.
And tonight we are making
mojitos.
Yay!
I'm very excited because the mint is coming straight from my yard.
I'm excited.
I shouldn't say like yard, I should say garden, which is not really a garden, but it's a potted.
It's a garden.
And it's I do know that you have to be careful with mint because it does spread. So it is in a contained area in my backyard, and it smells amazing.
It does. It smells so good.
I mean, smell it. It smells so good.
Yum.
So, okay, this is the first time we're gonna muddle anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to like figure out what a muddler.
We're buying all the cocktail tools. I love to buy gear.
I know. So we have to start with 12 fresh spearmint leaves.
Okay.
And so I've already put those in the glass.
Great.
And also we need half a lime. So I've cut up some lime, and these go into this glass here.
All right.
So fun. That's probably about it. And then we are going to do 2 tablespoons of simple syrup.
Okay.
So in each glass.
I made some simple syrup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could use sugar cubes, which we couldn't decide what to do. I mean, I think let's just go with the simple syrup.
I mean, maybe
we should try it later. Maybe afterwards we can. I was kind of afraid if we didn't like it, we'd be stuck with our drink for the whole segment. So
yeah. See, what's interesting about this is we're not practicing beforehand. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, this is it.
This is real time
learning and buying stuff to make the most badass bar.
We are.
We are.
We're gonna be so good.
We're gonna be like, yeah.
Okay, so you want me to measure? So I put some of the simple syrup that we made. I put it cinnamon here. So we need how much?
2 tablespoons each
Per glass.
Yes, per glass.
Okay, so I'm just gonna measure it in our little shot glass, and I'll let you pour yours.
Okay.
Since we have 2 shot glasses.
Gotta love sugar. And then you begin to muddle, which the reason for muddling is it releases the oils in the mint.
Ah, that makes sense.
And I feel like, I don't know this 100% sure, but feel like there might be some oils on the
lime rind. There is.
Yeah.
I learned that when I was making the Zetzer.
Did. Oh, this is fun. It'd be a little harder if it was cubes, I think.
Yeah. We might not we might need to be standing up for that one.
Okay, here, I'll let you.
All right.
We each get to muddle our own.
This is learning on the spot.
Right?
This is so fun. Okay.
Let's make sure you get to and feel the oils release in your glass.
I can smell it, so I think they are.
We're gonna bring back the maybe cocktail. Ooh, by the end of our maybe 6 weeks of making cocktails, we're gonna be like throwing bottles in there and stuff.
Now what do we need?
We need 1.5 ounces of rum.
Nice.
What you got, girl?
All right, I've got the Gustoso artisanal rum from Mexico, which is very unusual.
Yeah.
You don't often see rum from Mexico. And this one has, every bottle is hand dated and labeled. And so I got this at Heights Fine Wines because they often have, limited releases and...
The bottle's really pretty.
I know. So I'm pretty excited about this. Okay, so we need...
we need 1.5 ounces of rum.
Let me find my ounce measure. Okay, so
I'm going to, while you're doing that, muddle some more just because it was fun.
All right, here's...
It's my only workout for the day.
1 ounce, so I'll have to give you another half ounce in a minute.
I guess I should stop muddling. I'll muddle some others. We have a special guest. Hello, this is Beatrice.
Often you see her in the background of our podcast, but tonight she's front and center.
Yeah, she's going to be our special guest, besides our human guest.
That's right. Bea, would you like to get drunk with us?
Oh, look. Oh, she said yes. Okay.
All that knocking, she knocks.
And then, so after that, then we add the soda. And this recipe doesn't really say how much soda to add, so I say we don't fill the glass with soda. We should just
Should we put ice in and then top it with soda?
Sure, let's do that.
I don't know, it
doesn't really say, so let's just do it. I was going to stop at Sonic and get ice because I love their little, their ice is amazing. It's just called the Sonic ice, right? And but then I went to Target. Shut amateurs.
My feet in my pants.
Amateur.
I just snorted.
I'm soaked.
It's a wet t-shirt contest. Okay, let's pull it together. Let's go ahead and finish the drink.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Good thing we got mojito. Holy shit!
My
balls.
God, that is
Stop, motherfucker. That makes me so sad.
Okay. All right, let's we'll finish the drink, then we'll clean up. We hadn't even started drinking yet. Okay, here we go.
So you went on the wall.
I can't stop laughing.
Oh my god. Okay. Woo! All right, soda. Literally, like a quarter of it's gone.
We learn a lesson every time we.
I told you earlier that I thought
Oh God.
that we were going to become hired as bartenders, but I don't think so.
There's dog hair in your glass.
Sweet.
And as the towel says, dog hair is both a
Oh
condiment
my god.
and an
Okay.
accessory.
I'm kind of nervous about this, but look how pretty it is. Oh my god. Okay. So.
Oh God.
Oh my god. And we'll top it off with a little garnish here. Straight from the Hester Garden.
It's so pretty.
Aw. Oh. Straws.
I love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm so nervous. Holy shit, that's delicious.
Oh my God, it's really good.
It's so good.
We might be making another one before we actually talk to our guests.
Ooh, if we do another one, let's try sugar cubes.
Mm-hmm.
Yum.
Very good. Nice.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Woo!
That makes sense.
Party foul.
Well, hey, Rachel. Welcome to Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections.
Hi. Happy to have you. Rachel Sims is an aesthetic nurse.
Yeah, so aesthetic nurse or cosmetic nurse, nurse injector.
Yeah.
All the, there's lots of names for what I do.
Yeah. Well, she works for Frank's Dermatology here in Little Rock, and
Nice.
she is my girl to go to. And that's a secret. But
Not
not anymore. But what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some rosé.
Nice. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
So how have you been?
It's been good, really good. Just super busy ever since we started back, I guess, the beginning of May, and I've just been slammed since then, which is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess, people don't want to go without their Botox or filler.
Girl,
That's
I mean,
right.
yeah, I personally don't, for sure.
Well, I've never done it. We've done research, like when we were out for quarantine, and like one of the things that people wanted most was to get back to their beauty routines, to go to their salon, to go get their, whatever it is that they want done. Like they wanted to do that more than go see friends, more than go see family. It was like all about make me look good. So I'm sure you were feeling the effects of that.
Yes, yeah, which I understand. I mean, I was missing getting my hair done and my nails done and my eyebrows, all the things.
Yeah.
So.
Did you feel like were people, I mean, I probably was one of the people texting you, like, when am I going to get, but were people just going nuts with you? I'm sure.
Yeah. Especially because everyone was home, and so they were like, I have the downtime. I can do whatever. I don't have to worry about being bruised or swollen or, like peeling, from a chemical peel or whatever the case may be. So, people were definitely wanting to get in.
I went into Target today, and that is the first time I've gone to any store besides Box Turtle, by the way. And I was in there for way too long. But I had my mask on, and I was literally thinking, because I was thinking about you being on the show, that holy hell, anybody could get anything done right now and you could just cover like your whole lower face. It's like lower facelift or something. Like you could totally hide everything and be in public.
Yeah, I know. That's what I keep telling people. I'm like, this is the time to do it. You have to wear a mask everywhere, so no one's going to notice if you're bruised or swollen. And like me, I was like, I need to do my lips, but it's Monday of a work week. I'm like, I have to wear a mask, so I might as well do it.
You do your own?
Yeah, so I do all my own injections.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about what you do. So you definitely injections, so filler, but then you also mentioned like peels and some other things. So what's the menu?
Yeah, so I do Botox, Dysport, which those are both toxins that, decrease your muscle movement, usually kind of from here up, to soften the lines you have, but then also prevent them from getting worse. So it is preventative. If you start early, then you won't get those wrinkles and lines.
Yeah, okay.
And then I do filler. You can put filler basically anywhere, cheeks, lips, chin, jawline, everywhere. And then I do chemical pills, dermaplaning, and skin pen, which skin pen is microneedling. So it's really good for collagen growth, acne scars, fine lines, wrinkles, that kind of thing. So
the skin pen, the thing that makes do you leave with dots all over your face?
So yeah, you leave. I had put a video on my Instagram of it, and kind of showed like immediately afterwards, because you bleed during the procedure. So then you can kind of have like little like red dots from kind of the area that you bled, especially under the eyes, just because it's a thinner tissue versus thicker in your cheeks. You're not going to see it as much.
Do you see really good results with that?
Yeah, I've seen really good results. And there's not as much downtime as there is with a laser, but you still get all that collagen growth. One of the things that's coolest to me about it, so, as we age, we lose collagen. Mm-hmm. Well, one skin pen treatment, you will grow enough collagen as you lose in a year. So that's with just one treatment. So even if you just did it yearly and you didn't, normally I recommend like 3 treatments and then kind of just maintenance yearly. But it's just really incredible how well it grows your collagen, which helps with like brightening your skin, evening it out. I've seen excellent results with acne scarring.
Oh, so is that a specific area, or do you do the whole face?
You usually do the whole face, and you can do face and neck, chest, whatever. But it's it's a bunch of tiny little needles that cause these microchannels and help just like build collagen. So there's not a ton of downtime. That's the good thing about it. You're not gonna heal for days. You're not gonna have like open sores or wounds. It's not like laser. The biggest downtime is no makeup for 24 hours. But other than that, after 20, and you're red, possibly a little swollen, after 24 hours, you can put makeup on to cover up the redness if you have any left, and then it's not that bad.
What would you say your most sought after procedure
treatment? Yeah, I would say Botox and Dysport, they're super common just because all ages get it. But I would say lip injections are probably my most popular.
What since Emily's never done this before, what can you tell her the difference between Dysport and Botox?
Yeah. So Botox and Dysport, they're both toxins that decrease muscle movement. They both, it takes about 2 weeks to fully set in. And then they both last about 3 to 4 months. The difference in the two is that they're made by different companies. Both are very reputable, great companies. Dysport kicks in a little quicker than Botox. And then I have a lot of people say that it feels more natural. It's not as heavy. You're going to have like a little bit more movement with it. Injection wise, I like for certain people, or if we're trying to do like a really big, tough muscle, I might choose one over the other just from injection wise. But most people can't tell a difference in the two.
You mentioned that it can be preventative, right?
Mhm.
Like you can start. So how early do people start injections like that?
Yeah, so I usually recommend when you start seeing like fine lines and wrinkles, like when you're at rest and not moving your face, if you start seeing those lines, that's when you need to get in and start doing it preventatively. Just because those are going to keep getting deeper if you're not doing the Botox. So, and until you start seeing those, it's not a big deal. But I mean, I have all kinds of patient and ages because it all depends on how expressive you are. So somebody that is super expressive and raising their eyebrows all the time or frowning or whatever that is, if they've been doing that since they were a kid, they're going to have those lines as early as 16, 18, 21, you know. But then some people just aren't very expressive and it's 45 before they need to come in for Botox.
I think I started in my about 35 maybe. But I did it and my lines aren't heavy or like deep at all, but when it started kicking in, and I've told you this before, I think, but when my husband, which we keep things like that secret, but when it like the day it kicked in, he was like, "Oh, you look so pretty today," like it just kind of made you feel more rested.
Yes,
like you just look more awake. I think not when I say that, not like whoa, oh my God, you're awake, but it's just like I don't know, not as tired feeling. I mean. Not as tired of looking. I might feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a lot of patients say that after the first time they get them, or every time they get it, people are like, "Oh, your skin, it looks good. It's glowing." And, you know, because the goal is to make you look well rested. I don't want you to look different by any means. I want you to, even with filler, I don't want you looking different. I want you to look like yourself, just well rested and glowing.
Enhanced.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes people from television, of course, my husband, his image of getting this kind of things are warped because of Housewives, or like, not that he watches it, but he'll talk about how like someone's lip looks straight, like it doesn't have like the lip lines, like you know, I don't even know how to explain that, but I think that's just, if I was to say I was going to get stuff, he'd probably be like, "Oh, don't," he says, "don't go fuck up your face." And I'm like, it's time to I'm at the age where I need to make sure you stay on top of it. So I feel like that's important.
Yeah. And that's like the biggest thing with injections is that they kind of have a bad reputation because so many people overdo it and don't know how to inject the right way, or they inject too much. And so it is very injector based. Like I always tell people, it is not the product that isn't working or that looks bad. It is, you know, the product is a good, safe product that will look natural and soft. It's the way it's injected makes a huge difference.
I feel like too, in the past, which you've been my person for a while now, but before, I'm not saying who it was, or I've had a couple of people that I went to, but the first time I ever had it done, I felt like the nurse, like she just was guessing every time I went in of where it was. And I feel like you always know, like, I feel like you chart it, or so you keep track. And if you're not keeping track, it's like me keeping up with your color card. I'm going to make sure I know what I'm putting on your hair when you came in versus the next time. I think that's important too. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I keep a record exactly how much I do, where I'm doing it. That way, you know, going forward.
We always take pictures.
Yes. I love pictures are always good, just to be able to see the before and
well, and I feel like too, you I think if you start doing it a lot, then if you didn't take a picture, someone could come later and say, "I don't think I can tell a difference." But if you show them a picture, you can.
Yeah.
Because you start looking at yourself a lot, you know?
Yeah. Well, and people, they don't really start looking at their face until after they get an injection. And they'll be like, "Oh, this eyebrow, it's lower now." And I'm like, "It's not lower. it's always was lower, and I tried to raise it, but like everyone's asymmetric, or this side of my lip curves in and not out. Why did you do that? And I'm like, I didn't do, but that's just everyone. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Once you get an injection, then you're like, oh, yeah, yourself. And
it's like you're completely putting a magnifying mirror in front of your face at all times. You're just staring at and comparing sides.
Yeah.
I mean, so is it all women, or do you have men come in too?
Oh, no, I have a big mix of both. Yeah. Men and women.
Good.
Men I think are, starting to realize.
What's your favorite skincare line?
So I like a lot of different skincare. I have a million different types, and I love trying new types. I do have very sensitive skin, so I have to be pretty careful. But right now, my favorite skincare line is one that I created with Cornerstone Pharmacy on Rodney Piera. So whenever I started working at Frank's Dermatology, I started talking to the compounding pharmacist and was like, listen, I love the fact that medical grade products, like there's a huge difference in them than just something you can get over the counter, because the active ingredients are higher, and like legally over the counter products can't have that high of active ingredients. And I was like, but what I hate about it is they're so expensive. I want my patients to be able to have medical grade products that are really making big differences in their skin, but can afford it. So for like a year, me and the compounding pharmacist kind of worked on this serum, kind of getting the right percentages, the right consistency, because at first it was too thin, then it was too sticky, and then, so it was like a work in progress. And I finally, we perfected it about 3 months ago, and I've just had such great feedback. But what it is, it's a serum that you use morning and night, and it's got vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid, and a hyaluronic acid in it. So the vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid, antioxidants that protect against environmental damage, brighten your skin, help with anti-aging. And then hyaluronic acid is what we lose as we age. Yeah. So it's replacing some of that, but hyaluronic acid is also a hydrator. So it instantly like brings all the water to the surface of your skin to kind of give you like an instant bit of a plump, and super hydrating. Most people don't have to use moisturizer if they're using the.
I asked you about this because I saw it on your Instagram and I completely forgot. I need to get some. So it's because you were working with a pharmacist. Do you have to have like a prescription of it sent in, and you have to say, hey, this person needs basically a prescription, I guess?
Yeah. So I send a prescription in to the pharmacy, and then they will like just call you, and they deliver for free, or they do curbside pickup. They're really great, but you do have to have a prescription for it, where, hopefully eventually there's so many with like the FDA and like all their regulations on top of mine. Like hopefully my goal would be to package it and be able to sell it, in my office. Got like a label and a box that's in the works, so that until we can package it upstairs, they'll be doing it. And the pharmacy's been so great. We're working on an eye cream right now too.
Oh, nice. So how much does it cost?
It's only $75 for the serum, and it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Just because it takes like a couple drops in the morning and night. But I do what?
Do you follow it with a moisturizer or anything after, or no, nothing?
I don't. I do the serum, then I do my sunscreen, and then my makeup. Okay. And then at night, I do a retin-A, which the Cornerstone compound's a really great one that has like a silicone base, so it helps prevent like the dryness and redness. So I do the retin-A and then the serum, and then occasionally if I'm feeling dry, like I'll use a facial oil. I have a lot of other products that I kind of add in here and there, but every day that's like my main thing. The thing about skincare you don't have to have a whole entire line. If you just have like one or two game changers, then like have a toner from Target and a face wash. It's, like a generic face wash. You don't have to have everything.
Do you put that on your neck? Because I'm like super paranoid about my neck right now.
Yes. Yeah, face, neck. You can even do it down on your chest. But yeah, always do face and neck, even like with sunscreen every morning, because
I think my first during quarantine I started trying to do these little videos, and I was like, holy hell. Everybody, that's the one thing I remember. I mean, I always was so good about moisturizing, even as a young adult,
not the neck.
but I never did my neck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until I needed to. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. I was so proud of myself for just washing my face, because my mom was not a very good, like she was not good about washing her face and taking her makeup off, and she baked in the sun. And so I was trying to be opposite of that a little bit. Because I was so pale. I mean,
didn't know about the neck.
Yeah.
So does your skincare product have a brand name? What do you call it?
Well, so it's right now, it's just like, I call it the like RS, revitalizing serum, but also my initials are RS. So like Rachel Sims, we're toying with names, because also when we put a name on it and then sell it, like nobody else can have that name. So me and Brittany, she owns the pharmacy, but we have been like going round and round on different names. So
that's the fun part.
Yeah, it's fun. And then I'll like come up with, I'm like, oh, this is great. And then somebody's taking it. That's why I was like, well, what about like RS for like revitalizing serum, but also Rachel Sims or Sims.
Yeah.
Revitalizing serum, or so that's where, that's like what we're doing right now. That's the process right now.
Yeah. That is so fun. I'm so happy for you. That's
amazing. It's really fun.
I need you to like call me in a prescription.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
I'll get it tomorrow. But so I feel like using any Retin-A that I've ever used, I feel like I'm pretty normal to dry anyway. And anytime I've tried to use Retin-A, I always tend to stop because I get so dry that I can't handle it. Especially when I've got my foundation on, and you can see like the flakes, drives me crazy.
Yeah.
You just get past that point, or?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both. So you've got to start out really slow. Like a pea-size amount, start off once a week, and then like move up to twice a week, and do that for a couple weeks, and then 3 times a week. And you're still probably going to have a little redness and possibly a little dryness. I always did. And I've used multiple brands of Retin-A, all prescription strength, and really did have a terrible time with it, just because I do have sensitive skin. But Cornerstone, the way they put this silicone base in, it really does make such a big difference in the side effects. But regardless, like if you're doing too much too quick, you're just going to have those side effects. So that's why I just say let your skin get used to it.
You put Retin-A on your neck too?
Oh yeah. See, I can do my neck. Your neck skin is a lot thicker than your face. I can do my neck way often.
It's
yeah,
thick.
so it's a little thicker. Well, and the
skin.
Well, okay. Let me not say thicker. The rate of cell turnover is longer for your neck than your face. So you're going to see side effects on your face before you would your neck.
Oh.
Yeah. I get really bad dermatitis. So I usually can only do Retin-A about 3 times a week, regardless. If I'm doing it more, I'm going to have side effects, and I've been using it forever. On my neck, I can do it a little bit more. And those little lines that I like,
you don't have any.
Yeah. You have no
because I work on them nonstop.
You can do filler on those lines. I mean, I'm not doing that, but can't you do filler or something there?
Yeah, you can.
So weird, I think.
Yes, you can do a real thin filler along those lines, and it helps. It's not going to be like life-changing by any means. It does help soften the lines a little bit, but unless they're super deep, then it's just useless. But yeah.
Well, I think most people, if we're going into filler, I feel like most people are scared of filler because they're so worried it's going to hurt. And I don't think it hurts at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts later, but I think somebody that's going to go in and numb it really well, the area first.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I always use a great topical numbing cream, and then the product itself has lidocaine in it, so it does help with the pain. But yeah, I think pain is number one fear of filler, and then that they're going to look overdone and crazy. So the good thing about filler, so with like Botox and Dysport, it takes time to see results. So it starts kicking in around 3 to 5 days, fully set in at 2 weeks. With filler, you see it immediately.
Yeah.
You're going to have some swelling, possibly bruising immediately, but that's what's fun about filler. So it's also easy, or I feel like for patients who are nervous about being overdone, handing in the mirror, after every little bit, being like, see, this still, look at the improvement, not overdone. I think that puts them, kind of at ease.
Yeah. Because I think that before I'd ever tried filler, I think it was Jessica had said her mom about passed out, and I was like, what? Oh my God, I'm going to pass out. But I mean, I feel like my pain tolerance, I think, is kind of high anyway. So I wasn't really, I was a little worried, but not much. Yeah. But I think you do a great job.
Well, thank you.
And I love Dr. Frank's office. It's very nice and clean, and you feel very safe going in. And he's a very nice person. And I mean, you guys have a great office there. Where's the address? What's the address?
It is 4200 North Rodney Parham, and we're Suite 320. So we're on the corner of Cantrell and Rodney Parham in the Simmons Bank building.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is. So fun. So what do people, if they're going to find you on Instagram, tell everybody your Instagram handle.
Yes, I'm Little Rock Beauty Nurse on Instagram. And then on Facebook, I'm Rachel Sims, Aesthetic Nurse.
Nice. And then Dr. Frank's is he just Frank's Dermatology?
Yeah, he's just Frank's Dermatology. And he's a fantastic doctor. Super personable. One of the smartest people I think I've ever met. I've had multiple friends and family members that have had random, very odd stuff, and he walks in immediately. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know what that is." I'm like, "What? How?" So he's a great dermatologist.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I want to get Emily in too. No, you don't need it.
Point out all
no, you don't need it. But I'm saying, if we did do that, we should totally film it.
Okay.
That would be fun. Maybe even just dermaplaning at first or something. Y'all could come in and film it.
Definitely.
Taking the top layer of dead skin off and that.
I love dermaplane. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We can do
that. Is something that I think during the quarantine that people that would have it done, and they're like, holy crap, I've got a hairy ass face. But it's not like it's peach fuzz. I think people think that if they get a dermaplane, or if their hair is going to grow back, they're going to grow a beard, and that's not the case at all.
Yeah. No, it's a different type of hair. It's vellus hair, and so it just grows back the same.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Well, thank y'all. It's been so fun to be able to be a part of y'all's podcast. I love listening to it along the way.